Hi guys, and welcome to Phyrefli's Video Digest. Once again, thank you very much for joining. Now this time I'm going to talk about a subject that I think gets all of us going, and that's hacks. Before I get to that though, you may have already noticed in the background that I'm playing a squad deathmatch game. Now I'm not quite sure whether to hug or curse DICE for forcing me to play this game type. At the moment I'm trying to level up to get the L85A2. Which, as you know, is a British Forces weapon. To do that, one of the requirements is to win 5 squad deathmatch matches. At the moment, as I'm actually recording this, I'm only up to 3. This was the second. And it's a game type which initially I thought, come on guys, this is pants. However, after playing it several times yesterday, I find I'm actually quite enjoying it. I'm not sure whether I should be banging my head against a wall just for that, just for telling you guys that, but hey. It is a part of BF3, it's something that we can all play and maybe we'll enjoy it. So come back to this week's monologue. I'm going to talk about hacks, accusations, and a rather good piece of news which I came across yesterday. First of all, as far as hacks are concerned, let me make my opinion very clear. I don't pity somebody who uses hacks, in the same way that you don't pity a turd that you just walked into. No. What you do is you scrape that turd off the bottom of your shoe and you carry on. People who use hacks are no better than that turd. And one other thing that you need to know, people that use hacks have a very small penis. There are people around that use hacks, there's definitely no arguing that, and one of the best ways of finding that out is just simply going on battle log and looking at the leaderboards. If you take the top leaderboards for kill-death ratio, you can almost definitely delete the first 5 pages and you'll have rid the game of what? 10, 20, 30% of the hackers out there. It's incredible, in my opinion, that DICE have not got off their backside and done that. How many forum posts have you seen asking for DICE to go ahead and do that? And it seems so simple. There's no data trolling required. You just simply go through those first 5 pages, look at the stats for each one of them, and I'm pretty sure that within a few days DICE can have the whole lot banned. But they haven't done it. Don't know why. Just wish to get it done. The second thing, besides hacks, that I wanted to mention is accusations. Now to me, these are almost worse than the hacks themselves. Why? How many times have you played a game and you've had some space cadet turn around and tell you you're hacking when you've pulled off a perfectly legitimate kill? Compare the number of accusations to the number of actual hacks. My personal belief is that it's a more than a 50-to-1 ratio between accusations and hacks. And if you're one of those people that turns around to everyone that kills you and says, "You're hacking, you got an aimbot, you sound like a 5-year-old and you should be disgraced at how you're handling yourself." Quit with the accusations, guys. If you've got a genuine belief that someone's hacking, watch them for a while. If you can, get a video, shove it up on YouTube, make sure all the server admins know within your favourite servers. And that brings me on nicely to the next piece of news which I've got. Now, if you're a server admin, you will already know about tools such as Metabans, and you'll know about things like GGC. If you're a player, the chances are that you probably know about these things anyway.
Got your first aid here.
But there's been one service which has been hanging around in the background that hasn't been used for BF3 for the simple reason that the guy who originally developed it has not had the time to get it sorted. That service is Metabans. It was used by a lot of server admins in BC2. In fact, I'm going to stop my commentary now and just point out the kill I just made. If you saw that, you saw the guy come up behind me, shoot me. I jumped, flipped in midair, did a 180 and killed him. I was actually very surprised after I managed that he didn't turn around and call me a hacker, because it was a pretty good kill. I'll be honest with myself, I actually was quite impressed with that one. So props to the guy who I actually killed at that point. He didn't do something stupid and do a accusation, and he would have looked a complete tosser if he did, because I had him recorded. Now back to Metabans. It was a great service for BC2, and it was something which was developed by the same guy that developed Procom, which is Fog, or to give him his real name, Jeff Green. Now Jeff's not had enough time to get this done for Battlefield 3, so a few days earlier he actually put out a little release which said he's going to pass it on to somebody else. So yesterday I had a troll through the forums, as you do when it's a Saturday and you've got not a lot to do, and found that the plugin for BF3 for Metabans is currently being developed and tested. This is great news because Metabans to me is one of the best tools for server administrators to use on their servers if they want to deal with hackers. Now if you're not familiar with Metabans, it works in a very similar way to Twitter, where you follow administrators, and if they ban somebody on their server, that ban automatically applies to your server. There is another way of dealing with people that you want to protect as well, and that you can protect individual players. So let's say for example that there's an admin of a clan that you want to follow, but maybe that particular admin doesn't like a couple of your players and has banned them just simply for the heck of it. You can protect those players so that the bans from the other admins don't apply to those players. So obviously the most obvious way that you would do this is for players from your own clan. You'd make sure they're all protected on your own server, so that even if they get an accidental ban from somebody on a different server, it's not applied on yours. Now it's a very simple system. As I mentioned, it's very Twitter-esque, so it's going to be easy for a lot of people to quickly get together and get to be able to work with it. I'm very much hoping in the next week or two the guy that's developing the plugin now will be able to release that out for general usage. And we use Procon on our own server, and it's a simple plugin into Procon, so it should work fairly quickly. The other nice thing about this plugin as well is that it doesn't only work with Bad Company 2 at the moment and then Battlefield 3. It also works with Homefront and some of the COD games as well. Excuse me for swearing on that one. So it's going to be an extremely useful tool to use. It's something, if you're a server administrator, you can use it along with PB bans, and you can use it along with GGC. Now just one final note I'd like to mention before I finish this, and talk about hacks as well, and that's talking about Punkbuster. A number of people have said Punkbuster is useless, it's pants, it's no use whatsoever. That's wrong. Punkbuster is a like type of software, so what it does is it collates information on different hacks. It makes sure it's at least as close as it can be to 100% of people who are using it, and then it bans it. So there generally tends to be a week or two between the release of a new hack and the release of the update for PB where those players get banned. And that's why quite often you see what I think is actually happening in the forums right now, where there's a number of people coming in and saying, oh, well, all the hackers are on every game, everywhere I go there's a hacker, which is bullshit, again, as I've mentioned before. But it does seem as if there's been a release of one or two new hacks which are getting onto the servers. But I'll come back to Hackusations one last time, guys. If you think you're seeing hackers on every single server, I would have seen hackers on every single server, and I record a lot of my games. I've not seen that, so I'm calling BS on that statement. That's the end of this edition of Phyrefli's Digest. I very much hope you've enjoyed listening to it and the slightly different style I've used for this one. If you like the video, please make sure that you do like it on YouTube, and please consider subbing to my channel. I thank you for every single sub, and cheers guys for giving me all the support. I'm going to let this game carry on until the end, even if it is squad deathmatch. It's a good game and we actually win quite comprehensively, and to be honest with you, I get MVP as well. And every YouTube commentator worth his salt is always going to put up a game of him winning because everyone thinks that we always win. Another piece of BS as well. So guys, enjoy the game. Thanks for watching, appreciate it very much, and take care.
Got your med kit, man.
Presented in your area of operations.
Here's your rounds, bud! Grenade! Here's the ammo! Here's the rounds! Pick up that ammo! Keep your heads down! Rounds, man! Come on! Run up! I'll do it!
3 more to go. Run, take them all out.
Here's your ammo!
3 more.